Good morning. I'm still slightly under the weather, so I'm waiting as long as possible to go into work. And I was reading and watching YouTube like I do, and the article from several sources with the Michael Bloomberg and New York raising the price of raising the age of cigarette smoking to 21 is all the rage. So I wanted to make a comment on that while I still have half a care and a little bit of energy. And I apologize for being icky. Uh, my thought, and as a socialist progressive, you're probably not going to be too surprised to know that I am for this. Sort of. Uh, a lot of people, in fact, everyone is comparing it to alcohol and the military and porn. Well, if you can have anal sex at 18, how could you deny someone having a cigarette at 18 or joining the military or drinking alcohol? It should all be 18. And with a different species and a different social structure, I would absolutely agree, but we are evil little primates that are really out to help ourselves and our immediate friends and family. So when you're adding in perfect strangers to the mix, and those perfect strangers are regulating laws or having to deal with it, it gets kind of shitty on people. So I believe that because of our species, the way we are, and evolutionary psychology, I do think that we should regulate ourselves just as a good guidance until society catches up with whatever freedoms libertarians think we should have. But my issue, this may be a little bit of a long one, sorry. My issue is the profit psychology to it. I guess I could just come out right out and say I'm a little scattered, so you're going to deal. I don't think young people should be allowed to join the military at 18. I don't think they're old enough to have the life experiences and perspective to go out with weapons and kill whoever a corporate politician says to kill. I don't think they have the perspective of someone that's old enough to have seen the cycle and to better understand what's going on. I think, and that leads into this whole profit issue that I have. If there was no profit involved, no corporations involved, I think you should be allowed at any age to do whatever you want to within reason. You can't have a 6-year-old dictating what they're going to eat, within reason. But when you have companies profiting off of the ignorance of young people, that's where I think our issue is. This whole profit, corporate, capitalistic, that money-driven thing where money is more important than a life, which you can clearly see in the fact that our military, and I'm going to use that as a general term, including the politicians that tell them what to do and the bad laws and all that, bad regulations. When our military kills for profit, and yet our government and our people refuse to give money to help people because of loss of profit. When saving a life, which is more meaningful, is less profitable than taking a life, I hope you can see where the conflict is there and what I have an issue with. The tobacco companies are taking a profit advantage over children that don't have the life experience and perspective to understand really what the damage is going to be and how it's going to affect their life, health-wise, social-wise, that kind of thing. The porn industry, I think, takes advantage of young people that don't realize the social effect or the damage that could be caused either psychologically or by disease or social status, that kind of thing. They're taking a profit advantage of young people that don't understand the consequences. Alcohol. I think that alcohol companies are taking, again, advantage of young people that are having social issues, that feel awkward, and alcohol is now a conduit for feeling better, and they don't understand the consequences. They're just not old enough. I was there. I was a binge drinker. My parents went through a divorce, and I had all these mental mess-ups that messed me up more than I thought they had at the time, and I was covering it with binge drinking and doing some risky behaviors. So I didn't have the perspective at the time. So this is coming from some experience myself. If there was some way to remove profit from this, if young people could drink alcohol, but alcohol companies didn't get any money from them. Maybe. If they could smoke cigarettes, but the cigarette companies didn't make any profit from them. If the military wasn't profiting trillions of dollars by having our young people murder brown people around the world for oil and control and whatever, the profit makes it skewed in the direction that libertarians see as they're taking our freedoms. And I understand that knee-jerk reaction. I do. I think we should have as much freedom as we possibly can to make decisions on our own. But when corporations and governments take advantage of young people's ignorance for profit, that's not freedom either. That's coercion, and basically companies that are offering a product that will kill you, and that's all of those. Military will kill you, alcohol will kill you, cigarettes will kill you, all these things will kill you, arguably. And they make a profit off it. That's where you're taking their freedoms away as well. So I'm actually for this. There's nothing healthy or advantageous about cigarettes, unless you want to get into some weird, it helps with eczema and certain things, but it'll kill you, but it'll make your skin look better, because if you have a certain skin condition, things like that, it does have some medical benefits, as does alcohol. And I'm sure you could make some arguments for the military having some medical benefits. But it's the profit that I have an issue with, and I don't think companies should be allowed to profit from the ignorance of others, or government should be allowed to profit from the ignorance of young people. And so I am going to come out in favor of this law. I'm also in favor of, I don't know if I'm rambling yet, of raising porn age to 21. I'm in favor of the marijuana age to 21. The psychoactive marijuana age. The CBDs, the other marijuana, cannabis that doesn't have a psychoactive effect, so it doesn't distort your perspectives. I think that should be mandatory and should be included in our food products. I'm weird. Sue me. But in general, I'm for the limitation in our current societal, capitalistic, profit-based society. In another societal framework with another species, I would guarantee I would have a different perspective. So that is what my unhealthy, muddled brain is going over at the moment, and I hope I didn't bore the hell out of you. Peace.